I'm your host, Donna Cates, and each week we'll dive into powerful stories, expert strategies, and practical tools to help you take charge of your financial future. Whether you're planning for retirement, navigating a divorce, or simply looking to build your wealth with confidence, this is your space to grow, learn, and thrive. Let's get started with today's podcast. Hello, everybody. I'm really excited to introduce you today to Jenevy Sims, who owns the firm called the Evolve Firm. And I'm really eager, Jenevy, to dive deep into your career journey now. So, if you would be so kind to give us just a quick 90-second overview of what it is that you do and why you got into it, that'd be awesome.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me, Donna. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Jenevy Sims. I help mission driven business owners connect their values with their visibility. Through strategy consulting, storytelling, and community engagement, I help entrepreneurs grow their brands that are both profitable and purpose filled. I got into this work because I've seen firsthand how isolating entrepreneurship can be, especially those who lead with their hearts. And so I wanted to create a business where faith and authenticity could intersect and thrive. And the Evolve firm, we have rebranded twice. So we first started off as Empire Enterprise, and now we're the Evolve firm because we evolved. And we are growing 15 years strong.
Wow, that's awesome. And I can imagine the impact that you're having because I'm a solopreneur but now I get to interact with a lot of people every day, but it can be overwhelming when you're doing everything on your own. So
Oh,
I know your
absolutely.
clients must really appreciate what you do. Well, I would love for you to share what you see as the biggest problem in your industry right now and what you're doing through your firm to solve that.
Absolutely. Right now, the biggest issue that I have been seeing is the pressure to choose profit over purpose.
Mm,
Too many founders feel like they have to sacrifice value in order to be visible.
mm,
And what we do is we flip that script. I show clients how to lead with what matters most to them and still scale. Because right now, that is the biggest trend. Now, everybody's catching on to it, but
mhm.
it's always been there. By building uh, community first strategies, then it helps them create real connections where the business will follow. And that's where we can convert loyal clients and collaborators and advocates. And this is how you make it into something profitable because now you're able to connect with people on a deeper level.
Got it. And it's that connection, that deeper connection that's really resonating and creating that community and a loyal community, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes. And that's one of those big aha moments that I had was when I realized that everything that I do with my for profit sector, I have to also connect with a nonprofit sector as well.
Hmm.
And it was a big game changer for me, honestly. And that's why I love doing my philanthropy work. So I sit on multiple different boards throughout San Antonio advocating for different causes.
That's awesome. So I would love to know what makes you unique in the way that you're helping others.
I love that question. In order to be a person who brings solutions, you have to be a person that knows how to listen.
Mm,
The other thing I also do is I bring a blend of marketplace strategy and ministry heart. So I don't just focus on the metrics. Focus on mission alignment. So my work is deeply personal and spiritual, and I walk alongside my clients not just as a strategist, but as someone who sees the whole person behind the brand. And that creates transformations and not just transactions. And my job is to get everything that's up here and make it into something tangible and visible for my clients.
wow. I got excited just listening to you describe that because so many people, it's about measuring the success. That's
Mhm.
all, that's the focus. What's the
Yeah,
bottom line? And we lose sight of why we're actually doing what we're doing.
exactly. What is that motivation?
Mm,
After the feelings go away, where does the discipline step in to continue to carry?
yes.
And that's one of the things I love about my business. I worked with a larger firm before, and then when I stepped out in faith and built my business, I was able to work with, the decision makers firsthand and hearing what gets them up in the morning and being able to translate their story of their brand into a logo. It's one of my absolute favorite things to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And my brain's not creative that way. I know something, I know when I see something that I love or that resonates with me, but if I have to create it on my own, mm, that's a challenge. So I'm
Yes.
grateful for people like you. That's awesome. So tell me, where do you see the industry going over the next 5 to 10 years, and especially with AI coming out? I mean, being in the forefront, just and what are you doing to stay on top of the of what's coming?
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of people in my industry are s- in that state of mind where they're fearful that their jobs will be taken.
Mm,
And right now, I don't think that that's going to happen because if you're good at your job, the whole heart of this is knowing and listening to people. And sometimes people don't know how to communicate. So you can go on AI, you could go on Chat GPT and say, make me a logo with this, this, and this, but it's going to take you a few tries because you don't know how to communicate exactly what's on your mind because there's some things that's kind of read in between the lines as a person needs to read it versus a machine. In the next decade, consumers will care even more about authenticity now
mm,
more than ever, alignment and impact. That relational marketing is never going to go away because
mm.
that's what makes your personal branding stand out. So when you have a value led messaging, AI can translate it to a degree, but without a person behind that, it's not going to go as far as you'd like it to be. So right now, our everybody in our industry, we're staying ahead of it by constantly listening, staying on top of it with other companies. Networking is my favorite thing to do. I built my brand on that as well. And so we talk about it constantly. And, you have to be willing to adapt without losing the heart of the work.
Got it. And I love the fact that they the humanness of every
Mhm.
job, nobody can take that. I mean,
Yes,
this technology, whatever it is, we still have to have that human connection.
absolutely, absolutely, and there's nothing, no machine that can take that away.
No, you're right. So tell me, I would love for you to share with us what the biggest challenge is that you faced to this point in your life, whether that's personally or professionally, and how it shaped the way that you're doing business today, Genevieve.
Oh, absolutely. Well, one of my biggest challenges that I'm still working through on a daily basis is learning to ask for help. That's a big one for a lot of business owners that I've spoken to. As a leader, it's easy to carry everything alone, and you have that mentality, let me just do it and it'll get done faster.
Right.
But that's not an efficient way to scale, especially when you're trying to be on a profitable side. So if you end up doing everything on your own, you tend to shorten your day and not be able to accomplish everything that you've already set out to be. But I've learned vulnerability is a strength, not a
Mhm.
weakness. That shifts everything. Exactly how I talk to people, knowing how to ask for help and asking to know how to partner with the right people. And being able to do that, I've been able to build teams, hire correctly so that I can serve my clients better. And I can show up in my business not as someone who's exhausted or
Mhm.
overwhelmed, but someone who still has the passion and still loves what they do. And that's again, still a work in progress here.
We,
uh,
we, we learn daily, don't we? We learn and we take those little
we
baby
learn.
steps.
Absolutely. But I surrender and I serve. The main pivotal, always in the forefront of my business, is to make sure we are in good stewardship of being a servant leader first.
Setting the example,
Absolutely.
showing the road, showing the way. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Leaders eat last.
That's awesome. So tell me, if you could have lunch with any person, whether they're living or deceased, who would you choose to have that lunch with and why?
Ooh, that was a tough one. Honestly, that was a tough one, Donna. But it's a great question. Honestly, I would, if I could pick any person, it would be Esther from the Bible. She led with courage, influence, and purpose in a time of great pressure. I mean, what a leader she was. And the thing was, she never saw herself as a leader.
Mm,
But the impact that she left behind, she used her position, she used her platform to speak up for others. And I try to do the same in the spaces that I have been entrusted to steward. And that, I think that is one of the biggest things that I could learn from her, is watching her life unfold, going from someone who, I can't do this, to I will do this. And that transforms your business to the next level.
love the energy that creates.
Absolutely.
So I would love for you to share with the community how they can contact you if they're interested in working with you or learning more about your business.
Absolutely. Well, I do love social media. We do social media management. So my
Mhm.
team and I are on social media. So you can look me up on Instagram at Genevieve's Designs. And then the same thing with LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn at Genevieve Sims. And of course, my website at the Evolve Firm. I'd love to talk to you, see how can we work with each other so that we can help evolve and elevate your brand to that next level.
Okay, awesome. So here's the call to action for our listeners. If you are not at the top of the game with marketing, I can tell you from experience that having a professional walk you through that process is just amazing. So do reach out to Genevieve and see how she might be able to help you with that. So thank you for
Thank
being
you.
such a great guest today.
Yes, I'm so excited. This was amazing. Thank you so much for your time and for having me.
You're welcome. I hope today's conversation left you feeling inspired, informed, and ready to take the next step in your financial journey. Remember, building wealth isn't just about money, it's also about creating a life that aligns with your goals and values. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with the women in your life who deserve financial empowerment too. Until next time, stay confident, stay empowered, and keep building the life you desire.